Well, it looks like it's kicked over. I forgot I might have adjusted that down just a little bit. Let me see if my camera's going to work first and foremost. I was doing something else, and it looks like it's not going to work. So let me figure out what's going on with that. I have to be doing revamping some things here in just a minute. Make it work. Oh, I'm working on it. Oh, look, one simple little click, and I'm joined by the three Joshies and myself. So I do know there's people in the waiting room. I'm going to check the delay here real quick with Greg's comment. Good. Right now the delay is excellent, as in there is no delay. Let me bring in the first guest of the evening. We all know who that'll be. And the second guest of the evening will be Mr. Greg Guy. And he doesn't have his volume muted or turned down.
Yeah, I forgot. I'm trying to eat my dinner.
I was watching like 4 things a while ago, and I almost forgot myself. Hi, Chris.
Hey.
I don't know if Alex knows I let him in or not. I just sent a thing to ask him to unmute. So, how was the rest of Doug's stream this afternoon?
It was good.
Did he get anything accomplished? Usually we ask that question of Kerry, but did he get what he was working on done?
Yeah, he got through all of it. I think he thought everybody thought it was a little bit boring.
No. No, I don't know. See, Darren is joining us over in the chat room. I'll bring that up on Twidget. Oh, now we got
I think most of his viewers isn't really interested in Windows 11, so.
I'm more worried about this so-called virus that's going around that affects everyone's computer.
Did you get an update? Have you checked Windows Update in the last few days?
No, I have not.
Yeah, because they released it. They released a few updates, so I think that's why.
I'm European.
All right. There's Parker Morris. Haven't seen him in a couple days. Hey, Parker, good to see you.
Of course, Josh would call me, but as soon as I joined.
Of course. That's funny. And?
He says he would like for me and you to look for him doing a live stream with his phone. In the next little bit, because he has something cool to show us.
Okay, well, A, he knows how to live stream from his phone. B, we can't connect to his phone to set the live stream up, as far as I know, can we?
Yeah, he just said he was going to do a live stream from his phone in a little,
Okay, well,
like now, and then because he had something to show us.
Okay, well, I think we probably, hang on.
I can't. I'm eating my dinner.
What are we having good?
Can't he just show us on Zoom and do the live stream later for everybody else?
Having chicken, noodles, and a salad.
Actually, Chris, I think that'd be harder for him to do because I don't think he's got Zoom on his phone as the one tap, one click deal. It would probably be easier for him to set the live stream up because he's done that before from his phone. He knows how to, or his iPad 1. It would be easier. Now, if he had it where he could just click on his phone, then sure, he could do that easily. Hopefully, Alex is back in touch with him and finds out a little bit more information about what's going on.
Hey, I got a question.
I got an answer.
I've been using this older desktop right here. See how it's got that grill right? You got like this. See how I got that grill? What if I found some RGB lights to go in this grill.
Well, the first question that comes to mind is, do you want RGB lights?
I think it would be kind of cool. I've seen people customize these cases.
I will have to honestly admit, the only reason I have RGB in my computer is because the cooler that Jim recommended it was cheaper to get a cooler that had RGB than it was to not get it. So that's why I have it. Otherwise, I have no inkling to have RGB. Some of it's pretty cool. I've seen some really nice rigs that someone's taken the time to coordinate all of the lighting, and it looks good.
One more thing, Ken, about that I forgot to mention before I go to you, was it about that computer. Part of our conversation was he didn't want. He was asking me why I wouldn't want to send. Why I wouldn't want to ship that computer directly to Josh from Amazon.
Right.
And I wanted to say, Josh, I didn't say this to him, but I really wanted to say, Josh, it's because sometimes you're a dumbass. I really don't want to have to deal with your shaky camera mess and all that.
Got my shirt on the wrong side out and backwards.
I've done that from time to time.
Hold on a minute.
Yeah, I see you just pointed it out. That's funny. Yeah, I've done that.
I've never done that.
No, never. When I was in the Army, we intentionally wore our shirts backwards. And our dress uniforms. The BDUs, that is, not our dress uniforms. So you were tied up. You were so tied up like a button with your ties and everything else in your dress blues, and there's no way you'd know if you had a T-shirt on or not.
And I was trying to put my head through the arm. Now I got it fixed.
Done that a couple times too.
It's
And
no worse than me wearing my shirt backwards to school all day long. It'd be in a pocket. It'd be in a shirt with a pocket on it and a collar, and nobody saying anything to me till I get home.
hey, Darren, are you awake?
And I feel embarrassed.
Darren had to join us. It's 2:45 in the morning there, and what do I have a chat somewhere I'm missing? Apparently I do. Well, I wish you could get a hold of Josh and figure out what he's going to do. I don't want to get started and then everybody have to jump over there and see what he's going to do. And I don't know that I want to restream his stream, which would
Hey,
be.
Ken, did you get an email from me? Did you check your email?
Nah, let me look. When was this, Chris?
Probably about an hour ago.
Oh, no, I've not looked at my emails in the last.
Okay, well, it was about, I forwarded you the email that I sent to Kerry. I got a quick word about that. I don't think, he may reply, I don't know.
I do have it. Yes, 8:53. That was about right at an hour ago. Yeah. Oh, the guy from DaVinci Resolve got back to me. Awesome. But it's good he got back to me. I'll just let it go at that. Okay. I'll read this quietly. Ken, this is the... Oh, that was out loud. I'm sorry. That was a smart thing to do. Using what you mentioned about the email. He might get back to you. That's very well worded. And he just might get back to you.
I don't know, I don't think moderators can ban. They can, no, they can't, yeah, they can hide from channel. Yeah, moderators can hide from channel, so,
They can?
yeah.
So if right now, if I said to Alex, go in there and ban Darren, he can do that?
you can go to channel, report, and block.
Well,
I did not know. That must be something new because I thought just a few
Yeah.
short months ago you could not do that.
Block means, it don't mean, I don't know exactly what happened. He must have somebody behind the scenes doing stuff, logging on his account, doing stuff.
Block has been there for a long time.
Yeah, Block's been around for a while, but I had thought moderators could not do anything to other moderators.
Somebody's going into YouTube Studio and probably blocked my name.
Now, can moderators do that from YouTube Studio? That's a good question.
Moderators can't do that, but he can have somebody as a, can't you, did you say you can have a co-owner of a channel?
Yes, that I do know you can do. There's three levels of co-ownership, and off the top of my head, I don't remember what they are. One of them is just one of them I do know is like you, he is you or she is you, which would be scary because if you gave someone that gets pissed off at you one day and well, I'll fix him, and next thing you know, half your stuff's gone and everything else.
Well, that would give somebody access. That would be giving somebody. Wouldn't that be the same thing as giving somebody access to your full Google account?
What's going on with his life?
I think I think now it would be yes. I think back when they were doing this, I don't know. But now, sure, you are giving them full access of Google. Yes, you are. And I'm guessing.
I would never do that because if somebody gets my Google account, not only can they get my email, they can call everybody that's in my contacts list and pretend to be me, and the person on the other end wouldn't know until they answer the phone.
So if my email address, I checked that, have I been home with my CTT8273 address,
Right.
and I get a lot of spam, and I have been, but I've been using, maybe I shouldn't use that address, but that's that's like my first address, and I just can't give that address up. I wish I could stop all that.
Right.
I don't think there's any problem. Can it actually send emails out without me knowing?
Not that I'm aware of.
Yeah, not that I'm aware of. I've had my first email address was a Yahoo address, and I've literally had it since I was 10 years old.
I have heard of it. I have heard email addresses get sending out spam, but I think that's pretty much a thing of the past. I don't know.
It's probably on my original first Yahoo email address has probably almost hit a milestone by now. I hadn't checked it recently, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's almost got 10,000 emails in.
Well, my email that I don't know where. Oh, it's right here. I have. On my primary account, I have 62 emails, of which I probably only really need maybe 5 or 6, so I need to clean it up. On my social account, I have one that I just got literally 5 minutes ago. My promotions account, I have 2, one of which is a small token of appreciation from the Windows team, and I'm still trying to decide if I want to get that or not. My updates account's got 29, and I'll clear the bulk of those out here because they're from April and early May. I just don't like having old emails around. I'm just very strange in that. There he is. The man, the myth, the guy I owe a big thanks to for keeping me up until 5:45 this morning so I could go pick Mrs. K up.
Oh, I love the Yahoo days. Yahoo Messenger chat room, man, I love that.
Are those still around?
No, they're not. They were shut down. I don't know what the deal was, but they were shut down. Probably because of child trafficking and all that kind of stuff. Sex
Probably.
trafficking, I believe.
I need to check something here. I'm gonna shut my camera off. I'm gonna see what comes up. Okay, it's good. I've got to adjust that so it fits full screen. I don't think anyone noticed today in Doug's Zoom that was what my background picture was.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking.
Doug, when Doug gets started on it, or he goes on his tangents or his rants, ain't nobody paying attention to nothing except for what he's saying. If you're even paying attention to that. Well, that Sean guy that was in Doug's today, I sent him I sent him a direct message in the Zoom chat with the link to my YouTube channel.
Yeah, I hope he shows up tonight. He said he's subscribed, and I do show having a new subscriber. Hopefully he shows up, and maybe we can get Greg to get a Walmart run and get some ice cream and some snacks, and we can share the screen and show some OBS things. And just about the time.
Not at $4.79 a gallon. I ain't going.
I wouldn't mind $4.79 a gallon. We're still $4.89, and I saw one today. $4.99.9 a gallon.
Georgia still has no tax. They extended it.
Yeah, I got very little rest today. Honestly, I woke up at went to bed at 6:36, and then I was up at 8 something. I was up at 10 something. I was up at 11 something. I finally laid back down, and about 10 minutes till 10 or 2 minutes till 2, I was like, "Damn, Doug's on at 2 o'clock." So I rush in here. I start it only to watch it immediately end. So I'm like, well, that's odd. I'm thinking maybe there was a power outage or something. So did he ever determine what caused that to happen?
Yeah. OBS crash. I mean, XSplit.
XSplit? Okay.
I slept from 3 a.m. to 2 p.m.
I'm going to share my screen. Gas prices. You see it? Ignore that ad. That's the ad down there. Dog hunt.
405, 409, 409. Yeah. Shell's
That's what it is
409.
around here too, Chris.
See, there's no gas taxes right now, so
Wow.
I know why that is, though. He's trying to get reelected, but which is fine. I mean, he's a good governor, but
So is he doing that in specific states, or is he doing it across the board?
it's the governor of Georgia doing it.
Oh, the governor. Oh, okay. Yeah, probably. You're probably right. He got elections coming up here shortly, and then when I figured out how to get on Doug, I sent my mom a text. I said, "Hey, I just woke up. What time do you want us there for dinner?" And she said, 2 hours ago.
Hey, guess who's running for a senator in Georgia?
For Herschel Walker.
Yeah, you heard Herschel Walker, yeah.
Yeah. Did he get through the primaries all right?
I think so.
It'll be interesting.
My dad actually grew up near his family's farm.
Didn't he go to the University of Georgia?
He did.
That's what I thought.
I plan on being reelected by a landslide. It's no problem.
See what Atlanta Braves are doing now.
I think I'm going to run for president of the HOA board. Make some things happen around here. Figure out a way to raise the rates.
0-0.
Who are they playing?
Colorado, I believe. Rockies.
At home or in Colorado?
In Colorado, they in the top of the third and it's 0-0. They better get on the ball.
Yeah, that makes sense because it's 10 o'clock in the east. And probably I'm a little early tonight for everybody, but I wanted to get started. Get the show on the road, so to speak.
Yes, you interrupted my dinner.
And I am so sorry about that.
So they play tomorrow at Rockies.
Earlier you start, better.
They off Monday. They got a game Tuesday in Atlanta.
Oh, wow, they're flying home for
Athletics, is that how you say it?
Yeah, Oakland. Well, I watched the 2 virus videos that was posted in Doug's chat today. And I could be off base on that, but I concluded that if you're not using Office 365, you probably are going to be okay from that virus or that problem. Has anyone else watched it?
What's the problem again?
There's a new thread out on for Windows, and it's point of entry primary. If I understood the videos correctly, it's Office 365. So I don't use and a text document. They specifically said if you open up a Word document and you are sharing a Word document and this and this about the Word document, then you are probably infected. And the one guy said, if you get infected with it, kiss your system goodbye, because you will have to nuke it and reinstall. I guess it's that dangerous of a virus. So again,
They come out with a update for Office 365 to fix that, because I keep it up to date.
okay. Well, I don't use Office
I
365.
still run my full version of Office, the enterprise version.
Yeah. Well, I don't run 365, so hopefully I'll be okay.
I run CDK deals with the Office 2016. I can open a Word document fine.
There's Tony Wallow. Good evening to you, Tony. Nice to see you again. Always appreciated on the channel. And I don't remember if I thanked you for my early birthday present or not, but thank you so much for that wonderful, wonderful early birthday present. I really do appreciate it. I'll have to get me a little stinger with somebody with tears coming out of their eyes, and then you guys will all leave my channel.
So I just checked for Office updates and it says I'm up to date, so I should be fine, shouldn't I?
I would think so.
Mine says the same thing.
Well, mine says it's getting a cumulative update preview for .NET Framework 3.5 for Windows 10 version, and then it's got another one for what is that, 21H2?
Yeah.
So
Mine is the
Oh, great.
It's Microsoft 365 Apps for Enterprise is what it says, and it's version 2108. The annual Enterprise channel. So I'm on the.
There hadn't been a virus like that in years that affects Word.
that I don't know, and this one update wants me to restart, so I'll just restart later because I'm not going to restart now and start all this over.
So if I'm infected and I type out something on Word and I put it on a flash drive and send it and somebody opens it on their computer, they're infected.
That is the way that I understood it to work, Chris, yes.
That hadn't happened in years. Good gracious.
That is what I understood. So we will see. Now, did Robert not pop up and say, oh, that reminds me, and did that not show up on Twidget? And okay, so maybe due to the fact I've got to do a restart, Twidget is still not showing up. There it is.
I will be back in a second.
All right, we'll be here.
Time's up.
Yep, where you at? We're going to dock you. You're going to have to pay a late fee.
$9.95.
Joshy just went live. Okay, so we have confirmation that Joshy just went live from Robert. So I'm going to jump over there. Videos. Live now. This is going to be so cool. Okay, I'm going to turn my volume up.
Okay.
So we need to teach him when he's going to do his live streams to do it in landscape, not portrait.
All the way up on top of my water.
Mount Washington is where he's at.
Yes.
It's a nice view of the city.
Not if you're watching it through Josh's camera.
Yeah, we'll put the other way.
You can't, Josh. Once you start it in portrait, you're stuck in portrait. I'm talking to him like he can hear me. There's John Alloy. Hi, John. I just texted him that on the channel that he should restart it in landscape. Be about the same thing and just see more of the city.
Do you really think he's gonna do that though?
Huh?
Do you really think he's gonna do that though?
Well, probably not. I mean,
You really think he's that much smart? You really don't give him that much credit?
he might. He's got somebody with him though.
Well, yeah, it's probably that same guy that was with him earlier today when he was dropping the Xbox off.
Come here.
I'm gonna turn it up a little bit more.
I think it's Natasha.
Yeah, it's Natasha and probably is a caregiver. It wouldn't surprise me. They gotta have somebody to drive them around.
I could really make him mad and call him.
You know?
I'm not with the mouth open.
Okay, y'all smile. Put your camera down. Yeah, y'all smile. Okay, I like that. Okay.
Somebody's taking a picture with another camera. I see his feet, and then somebody looks like they got a blue dress on.
Probably Natasha.
I'm gonna hope so, yeah.
What's he showing us?
It looks
You feel him
like
so bad. I think Natasha could do a better job.
I think he's at a place called Mount Washington. Now, I don't know where that's at. That might be the city of Pittsburgh behind him.
Yeah, I think he is.
I wish he'd do the live screen. I don't like videos when you're like that. That's just me.
Well, I don't like doing them like that either, and I don't think anyone realizes you have to rotate your camera. You have to do it before you start streaming, because once you start, you're stuck. When you try to rotate it, it'll say unable to do this. If I could figure out how to real quick bring this up so that everyone could see it on YouTube and Zoom, I would, but it's not worth the trouble, honestly.
There he is.
You said Chris.
I haven't seen him yet.
Somebody
I
said
wonder what would
Chris.
happen
I
if
said
they tried
sure
to
he
phone
is.
line underneath it.
Well, maybe he's going to come back. We'll see. Video unavailable. So is it unavailable because he stopped it? Chat disconnected. Please wait while we try to reconnect you. I'll let this sit for a minute. Hopefully, maybe he got the message that I typed in there, which was just, "Hey, Josh."
I think I saw it. He may not have saw it.
Well, the bad thing about the phone is it is hard to keep up with chat because it goes by so quick. But I did find the other day, looking for another setting, you can actually bring chat back. Now, I've yet to figure out how to respond to chat on the phone, and I did about a 6-minute video on that the other day. So I'm going to leave this sitting right here. Maybe he'll come back. Thank you, Robert. Appreciate
I I gotta make some changes in my room.
You know, it's also possible that he could have ran out of data very seriously.
Oh, it could have ran out of data. The battery could have ran out. There's all kind of things.
That hutch right there, I'm gonna put back on this desk. It originally was on that desk. I just put it on that dresser, which actually looked good, but kind of tired of it like that. So I'm gonna change some things. Now, probably I want to get Max's pen in my room because my nieces and my great nieces are supposed to be coming.
Out of California?
Yes, I hope they get.
Nice. That'd be nice.
Plane tickets is gonna be very, very expensive, but
Oh, yeah.
I hope they're gonna get to come.
Yep. So I think I gave a shout out to John Aloy, but I just like saying John Aloy now that I know how to say it. So good to see you again, John. If you guys want your name pronounced a few times, just change it to something I can't pronounce, and I'll practice it, and then you'll get bored of me saying your name. So I'm kind of hoping. What was his name? Sean something.
I forget his last name, but his first name was Sean.
Okay. Kind of hoping he shows up. He does, he don't, he don't. So Robert will keep us informed if our little buddy there in Pittsburgh goes back to live streaming in landscape. One of the two packages showed up. They keep trying to deliver. I have a package at my front door. Are you referring to me, Robert? Because if you are, it got here after I got home tonight. I'll wait for him to answer, unless he's getting something.
He said delivered to a local nursing home.
Y'all just want to pick on my... Wait till Tuesday. Wait till Tuesday. All right, let me go. One still... It does show one... Oh. One of the package... Wait, I'll be right back. Yes, you. Old man.
I wonder if Josh combed his hair before he went.
The one shot I seen looked like he did not.
I doubt it.
Okay, so I did get a package after we got home from going grocery shopping tonight. And that's really, really odd because that was doggone near 7 o'clock. And from what I'm guessing, I'm probably going to laugh in a minute. I got out my little Carry Steel knife. I can't flip it open like he does.
Did you get my list of stuff I needed?
Did you email it or text it to me?
Emailed it.
Oh, I haven't gotten that yet, no. I'll go check my email again in a second. Poor Joshy.
Where's Jeff at tonight?
I don't know. I haven't gotten anything. I haven't heard. I'm early tonight, though. I mean, it's only 10 after 10 right now. So chances are people will start trickling in here. Okay, so let me take the background off. Oops. Try it again. Take the background off. Okay, sorry about the mess on the bed still. And you guys can see this at the same time I can see it. So, I like it. I'm a dad. I am a dad, grandpa, and a veteran.
Yeah, that's good.
I like this. Thank you, Robert. Kind of hard to do. I keep remembering the camera's backwards, so maybe I should do it this way.
So your live stream disconnected. I know your live stream disconnected.
Well, I wonder how long the delay is. I'm in front of the fish cam. There we go. So, I'm a dad, grandpa,
Well, next time
and
before you end it, you should say something. You should give us fair warning.
I'm gonna chop my hands off in a minute when I hit the doggone fan up there. Thank you, Robert. I'll be right back. I don't know who wanted in. Oh, Jeff wants in.
Because you streamed in portrait mode instead of landscape.
Yeah, tell him to restart it in landscape.
So are you gonna? Ken says restart it. Are you gonna restart it or?
Mount Mitchell's in North Carolina. I'm not sure which one he was at.
Yeah, for my birthday.
Yeah. Well, get back home and get on Glen.
So I have on my new t-shirt. Put my hat back on to hide this mess of a hair. Hey, Jeff.
I'm just saying.
And what are you having for dinner tonight?
Hard time.
Me?
No, the other Jeff. I got to differentiate between the two Jeffs now.
The last half of the Subway I got yesterday.
Oh, man, that sounds good, too.
I bought a foot long. You just eat half of it each night.
Yeah, Tony brings a good point up. I don't know. Maybe I will restart this because the delay is starting to bother me. I think I really feel that when updates need to happen and it says restarts required, I really think it starts boggling things down. I can't prove that, but it sure seems that way sometimes. So anyway, I appreciate this, Robert. Do what?
I've paused my update restart many a time. It never seemed to affect Zoom or YouTube.
Huh. Well, then it's just YouTube messing with me again. Imagine that. Ask Doug. Yeah, good question.
He's not going to restart it. He's not going to restart it in a landscape. He's done. He's on his way home.
No, he's actually on joining us right now, so. You know which nursing home they're delivering the other one to? I'll go pick it up. I'll go tell them. I'll go get me a bed real quick. It's not Demir, is it? Or Demery?
Hi, Jim. Hi, everybody.
Hi, Josh.
Gosh.
Hey, Chris.
So you should have narrated a little bit about what your live stream was about.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That wasn't the best live stream, but I wanted to show Alice and show you what the city looked like.
Was that the city of Pittsburgh?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I told you again.
You did. So who was with you?
Bella and Natasha and myself.
Oh, okay. So Novella's up visiting from Atlanta?
Yep.
Nice. Well, it looked like a very, very nice place to be. I think you identified it as Mount Washington.
Yeah.
Oh, Mount Washington.
Okay.
Okay.
So you headed home now?
Yep.
All right. Well,
How far is it?
Oh, I don't know.
are you driving?
What do you think?
No,
I hope not. Or they all crashing. They all crash.
I'm gonna get a message here on my phone in about 30 seconds, I'll bet.
The passing driver, look out.
Rookies.
Rookie driver on the road, look out.
Probably drive better than some people I know. Might even drive better than I do. Speaking of driving today, we're sitting second car back at an intersection, and all of a sudden you hear, "Arr!" and I look up and there's this truck skidding through the intersection. And you know how usually when you start skidding, you cannot keep the car straight. He starts veering because he's lost control toward the car that's in front of me. I'm like, great, he's going to hit that car. That car's going to hit me.
Yeah.
This is not going to go well. Well, about the time that he was going to strike that car, he got off the brakes and got on the gas and got away from it. So I'm thinking, what in the world? Because he still had a green light. I don't know what was going on. And then all of a sudden, here comes this little bitty blue car that ran the red light around out of the way where that truck would have. I mean, it could have potentially been one horrible accident.
He was probably on his phone.
No, the guy was not on his phone. The guy in the pickup truck was not. I don't know about the person in the blue car, but all I could think about is he's going to hit that car. That car's going to hit us, and just it would have been bad. If he'd have hit the blue car, then you got a whole nother scenario because he would have struck it to where it would have went into the other lane. Oh, I tell you, people driving these days drives me up a wall. No pun intended on the drives me up a wall.
I'm gonna throw the whole live stream when I get home.
All right.
We'll be on.
Nobody's gonna watch, so
How do you drive up the wall anyway?
Yeah, well, I don't know. Another one of those wonderful sayings we have that it's like Sygogging.
I guess it's like banging up a hard drive. How do you put the hard drive in reverse?
Yeah. Yeah, that was another good one.
You gotta hit the right button.
Yeah, you do. Yes, you do. So I'm on the right track with my opening. I reached out to another DaVinci Resolve person, and he wrote me back tonight and said exactly what I was showing you guys early this morning. So I'm now really looking forward to getting in there and messing around with it and see if I can get that set up for maybe tomorrow night's stream.
You know, I just thought of something.
Did it hurt?
You might think this is crazy, but you know a disc inside of the hard drive spins.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's a way to make it go the opposite way.
And then it would say, George is alive, John is the devil. Chris got it.
Have you ever played Another One Bites Dust backwards?
The only song I've ever played backwards is two actually. Roll Over Beethoven by ELO and Fire on High. Have you ever heard the song Fire on High by ELO?
No, I haven't.
Okay. You have to listen to it, and then if you have a means of playing it backwards, play it backwards because the guy's actually saying something intelligent, but because it's being spun the way it's being spun, you can't make it out. It's really cool.
You know what Another One Bites does? It sounds like it's saying a little bit in backwards. It's fun to smoke marijuana.
Oh, I've got it. I'll have to try it out and see.
It's hard. You have to really listen, but it does sound like that.
Well, the Fire on High, there is just as clearly as I'm speaking right now. When you play that backwards, you can hear it that clear and that loud. It's really, really cool.
There's a song on my computer that Tim gave me, but I don't have the name of it. When we go off YouTube, either tonight or tomorrow, I'll play it. I don't want Tim to get a copyright strike.
Well, I appreciate that. I hope to never get a copyright strike. The copyright notifications, they're probably going to happen because YouTube is constantly changing what constitutes a notification. And it's not so much YouTube as it is the publishing companies or the people that owns the rights to these songs.
Yeah.
And I'm not ever going to take the time to write out to was it United Music? Shoot, I can't remember the third one. But I'm never going to write to them and say, hey, I'm a live streamer. I'd like to use Another One Bites the Dust. What do you think? And they're going to say, of course, no. So I don't see that ever happening.
With the phone that you sent over,
Okay.
I didn't know that we won today.
Do you remember the name of it?
No,
Oh.
because it doesn't give me a name.
Oh, well, I'm
How
glad
do
you...
people?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Chris.
How do people run online radio stations and not get a copyright?
I don't know. I see people that run online television stations and don't get... I don't know. Maybe no clue. Maybe we need to get our resident researcher, Greg, to look into that for us. Oh, hey, Greg, when did you come? You stepped away a while ago. When did you come back?
I was looking for my damn phone again.
I guess when you run a real FM radio stations, when you're licensed with the FCC, I guess that gives you all the rights to play music and all that. But I'm not sure how it works online.
You might want to go, when you look at someone running a radio station, look in the description and see if they have posted a copy of their license. That might be what allows them to do it. I don't know.
So having an online radio station, you have to have a license too?
Well, no, that's just speculation. I have no clue. Hey, Greg, I still don't have that email. Let me go check my spam, though. Make sure it didn't go to spam.
I've seen people just make up call letters and just do online radio.
Nope. Auto insurance, eBay. I have a completed eBay order for $773. Let me see what I bought this time.
You're gonna get a virus.
My confirmation, the delivery date. I bought a new iPhone 12 Pro, factory unlocked. Wow, these guys are pretty good. They actually know I went to T-Mobile and bought my phone.
The equipment doesn't have to have a license because I only got 92 on it.
That was pretty good. The views, I thought the views were real good. In fact, Alex said it was probably the city of Pittsburgh, and I think, and you'll get better at it when you do a live stream. The narration could have been a little bit better. You might have wanted to show. Was Natasha with you?
Yeah.
Well, you might have wanted to show Natasha and said, "Hi, everybody. This is my lovely wife, Natasha."
I plan on doing that later.
Okay. All right. Just a thought.
Sorry, I can't have you sneak out a minute. You just showed up.
Oh, no problem.
All right.
Did you get to see what I got for my birthday today from Robert? My T-shirt.
Oh, I saw something about a shirt when I first got on.
Well, I can't read it upside down, but it says, "I am a dad, a grandpa, and a veteran. Nothing scares me."
I've seen one someplace that says, "No, you can't scare me. I have a daughter."
Yeah, as much as I wanted one when I was younger, boy, I'm so glad we didn't have a girl. Whew. 2 boys is enough.
I've only dealt until my grandson came. I had only dealt with girls. So I'm used to dealing with girls.
Mm-mm-mm.
Having a boy was different for me. I just was not used to doing it. And you can't do it like when I was growing up. I mean, with boys.
I'm not sure who was talking. Chris is adjusting his camera, and I think Josh was trying to talk, and it looked almost like they planned it, because as Chris moved his camera, Josh tried to talk.
You said one time this looked pretty good, like this right here.
That's a good view, yeah.
Yep.
Now, how many monitors do you run? 2 or 3?
2.
2? Okay. Yeah, that's a pretty good view right there.
Yeah, no rational person needs more than 2.
Well, I'm probably going to be, pretty shortly I'll be in that irrational category because when I put the 4th one up here,
I know. I couldn't resist.
this will look pretty good.
You already are. You've already got 3, and you'll have 4 if Robert sends you another one.
Yeah. And then we could get real crazy and I could get one of those type of mounts that you put a TV over a TV like that, and then I could have a TV here and a TV. Never mind. 4 is.
There's actually a guy called by the name of Barnacles. He goes by the name of Barnacles. His real name is Jerry. On YouTube, he actually has 6 screens mounted just like you described it.
He worked for
Yeah.
Microsoft.
Yeah, he does.
He did work for Microsoft. He got laid off.
Yeah, he did. But I
He,
used to watch.
he was,
You know, I'll be making the big time when I have, because right now my monitors, the one Robert gave me when we visited Alex 2 weeks ago today, the 21-inch, has only got the clocks running on it. That's it. Nothing else. The monitor in front of me, I haven't figured out what to bring up over there yet. But I will. One in front of me's got Zoom and Twidget. Then one off to my left has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tabs currently running. One of which is the live stream, so I can monitor chat and make sure everything's coming through all right. And the other 7, one of them's my email, one of them's Amazon, that Alex and Josh will share something later tonight, and the other one's Facebook.
Josh will like this. Guess what this SSD got installed on it?
Linux,
Windows 11.
Windows XP.
XP, yeah.
And cause this older XP, they actually drivers for Windows XP 64 bits. And I have to go into BIOS and configure it to IDE mode. And it works fine. I do it offline though. I might play around with XP a little bit, but offline.
Oh, you can record it and then upload it. I bet you there's a big audience for people doing stuff in XP.
Yeah. If I
There's
can
1 or
find
2 places where you can buy brand new machines with brand new licenses for XP. I'm not sure what people use them for, probably for offline stuff or equipment that.
Hi, Natasha.
Hey, hi.
she look like she's asleep.
Yeah, good now.
10:30 at night. Well, look, he almost did comb his hair. Oh my goodness.
Almost.
Almost. Oh my goodness. Better mark this time down.
There's only one time you'll comb his hair that I'm aware of.
When Aunt Mary tells him to.
No,
Oh, so there's 2 times in. What's the other time?
not when Aunt Mary tells him to, but if he knows me and you're going to see him, then he'll comb his hair.
Oh, he ain't gonna comb his hair for that.
Well, I like those at me.
So John says it was a perfect day today, high in the 70s, and a nice breeze. Yeah, we had I don't know what the temperature was, but it was really bright and sunny and comfortable, and a very, very light breeze. And then as the day progressed and we got into the afternoon, both Mom and I noticed at the same time the trees were really starting to whistle around. So
No, I like those. You.
we sat there and watched reruns of the show Pawn Stars. It's pretty interesting. Are they still open, Jeff?
Yep. They're still making new shows this year too.
Are they?
Yep.
Huh. Now that was originally on the History Channel, I believe.
Yeah, still is.
Okay.
We talked about.
There may be excuse me, Chris, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, just I think I've seen reruns occasionally on another channel, but the new ones are still on history. Most of the guys on there have lost a little weight, look a little older.
Right.
I
Is
mentioned it to Gary before, but that place they did it on True TV in Detroit.
8 Mile?
American Loan and
Yeah.
Glory.
I hope that place is still open. I think Gary said it was still open.
I think it is. I looked it up recently, and I think it is still open.
What's the
Now,
one?
I've gone in there once, Ken, years and years ago. I went in there and retrieved some odds and ends of stuff we had stolen out of our house that they unknowingly gave
Bought?
somebody money for.
Wow.
The cops found it and we got it back for free.
Well, that's good.
There's a law out here about that. You have to find it in the pawn shop within 60 days of it being gone.
So you got really
Otherwise,
lucky.
the pawn shop gets to keep it.
Right, you got lucky then.
But when they take in anything that might have any value, they have to report that to the Metro Pawn Detail over computer. So the cops have a list of everything that gets pawned that potentially has any value.
So it's kind of scary if you think about it that we have a pawn detail with the police department.
Well, just think how many pawn shops are there here in Vegas.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah, I mean,
there's a boatload.
yeah, there are. Yeah, there are.
This is one of the older ones near downtown, but that's the only time I've gone in there. I've driven by once or twice in the later years.
Yeah, we bought a monitor at one. Bought a couple of laptops at one. We bought a 35mm camera at one. The thing that I like about the pawn shops in Vegas was if you're just willing to wait out the 6 or 7 months, the price will go down to where it's a reasonable item.
Well, when I was in Aiken, South Carolina, I bought an E-Machines computer with 2 monitors and a keyboard and Windows 7 on it for $125. And it all worked.
Sounds like a pretty good deal.
Well, it had been sitting there so long, the guy just wanted rid of it. He normally didn't take in computer stuff, apparently.
Right.
That wasn't the only pawn shop in Aiken, but that was it. There was one within a mile or two of where I lived.
Yeah,
I
Charleston
just
had
happened
one.
to stop in one day and look around.
Was it loaded with viruses?
Nope.
I bought years ago I bought a Dell Windows 98 computer from Goodwill. And I brought it home and hooked it up. And it was, you remember that AVG, how I did that boot scan? It found viruses on boot up. But I even got into Windows. And there was a lot of pictures on there of like somebody's high school graduation and all.
Yeah, whoever had owned this, it hadn't been cleaned much. There wasn't anything that would have been useful for identity theft per se, but whoever had owned it just went to the pawn shop and pawned it.
Yeah, one of the
pawn shop had a couple of E-Machines monitors. They just made a package deal of it. So.
Yeah, Josh. Yes, go ahead.
When I go on my YouTube page, when I put up that last video, it says processing HD clock. What does that mean?
That means it's not done processing yet. That means you can watch it in standard definition, but not in HD, not in 1080p or 720.
Hey, guess what was on the hard drive that I got an old Windows 98 laptop that I got one time?
Can we get a hint? Can we get a hint?
Adult anime.
Oh. I didn't have anything that good on this one. It was just some object. It had a starter version of Office 2010.
Oh yeah, I remember those. They used to provide the starter version was just Word and Excel, but it was fully licensed.
Okay, wait, hold on, Alex. Hold on.
Yeah.
Wait 1 second. If you're gonna imitate 10, you gotta go, I know what that is. I had that.
I didn't have it personally, but my aide.
Right over his head.
Her laptop, she had it on it.
Yeah, I'm guessing it came on this E-machines
Tim's gonna join us in a minute and go, what do you mean?
when they bought it, but didn't matter to me. I already had 2 licenses for August 2010 Pro, so I didn't care.
So I got pretty good vibes off Doug today when I mentioned to him that I want him to be the next guest that I speak to. He didn't shoot it down, so I'll propose it to him this week, and maybe by Thursday I'll have something set up. I think what I want to do is ask everyone what is one question they would like to ask Doug, and then maybe have you ask yourself or send it to me. I'm still kind of working that out a little bit in my head. But, yeah, it'd be pretty cool if he joins and does that, I think. Greg sent me a file. Uh-oh.
You got a virus scanner?
Is this a Word document?
Oh,
Uh,
if it is, it's a hell of a big one.
I gotta say, if it's a Word document, you better watch out for that thing Catherine was talking about today.
yeah, I watched that earlier. I'm going to go Google this. This one's got me perplexed.
Liam Neeson.
Oh, yeah. Okay. And I saw where Doctor Strange is coming out the 22nd of June on Disney Plus.
Which Doctor Strange, though?
The newest one. Is it Doctor Strange or Doctor No? That's Doctor Strange. And the multiverse, I think, is what it's called. So, Greg, I'm gonna start this download, and I'm not gonna change anything. Usually, we have to do this twice. So I'm gonna see what happens here.
Says sent successfully.
Yeah,
So
it's downloading right now.
So that virus would actually make your computer not bootable.
I don't know about that. The one that I watched, the guy said if you get it, you have to nuke and reinstall it because whoever gave it to you is now in control of your system.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's like a bot. virus.
Pretty scary. I'm honestly surprised there's not more of that going on anyway.
So there's no way to clean it actually?
I don't know. He didn't say.
They haven't got a complete fix for it yet. Microsoft put out a workaround.
Right.
They're working on a patch. I'm wondering if they'll have one by Patch Tuesday this week, but I'm not sure.
Well, the one guy I watched said that they knew about this a while back, but they deemed
In
it.
April.
Yeah.
And it's not only Word, that's just one of them that's out there in the wild. It can be exploited through various applications, apparently, if you know what you're doing.
And here I was feeling kind of comfortable, so I don't use Office 365, so am I relatively safe?
You use any version of Word?
No, I do not.
So the few people that I know that still running Windows 7, they're really more dangerous now, I guess.
But this supposedly is in any version of Windows since, I don't know what, XP or something.
The guy kind of alluded to that it was on all versions of Windows, yes.
Yeah.
Scary.
I wonder if Microsoft might send a patch for Windows 7. I doubt it. I have heard of them sending patches after support, but
There's been 2 or 3 for Windows 7 after it was out of support. I think it was just because they had something that was in most of the versions of Windows, and it wasn't that hard to fix it for 7. I don't know.
They specify which version of Office 365 it's for, because I have mine is the enterprise version I have through my college still.
I don't think it matters. From what I read about it, this can be accessed through almost any application if you know what you're doing, if somebody knows how to write it.
So it's just Office 365, or is it just all? Is it all Office?
Well, I understand it can be done with any version of Word if the guy if the person knows what they're doing. And Word is not the only thing. It can be done through a lot of other applications.
Excel and all that.
Well, it doesn't have, I mean, it could be through an application that somebody else wrote, apparently. So long as it knows how to access this bug. And they're talking about one of them being accessible there through this Microsoft diagnostic tool thing.
Right, I do remember hearing that.
There's some articles out there that explain it better than I know how to do it.
There's Jim joining us. He's working on the lights, it looks like.
Yeah, lights, camera, action.
There we go. Now, did you have that plugged into your Stream Deck?
I'm sorry, what Stream Deck? I have no Stream Deck.
Oh, I thought maybe you did since it takes a minute. You're just pushing the button or something.
No, I have the, running in the background is the, give me a second.
If I had a stream in my backyard, I would build a deck over it.
I knew. I was waiting for someone to come up with that
Yeah,
one.
there you go. No, I'm sorry, I'm running in the background the Logic Tune
For the camera.
for the camera itself.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
And for some reason, it almost never shows up with the correct exposure ever. Once in a very great while it does, but not often.
There was a little blurb on Wired magazine about this. And it says it can be exploited by a particularly crafted Word document. But what all the Word document does is retrieve a malicious HTML file.
Right, I remember hearing that.
So any application that could retrieve a malicious HTML file onto your machine could exploit this. So it wouldn't have to be Word or any particular version of Office or whatever, just anything that can get to this malicious HTML file.
We have a chat person ask a question of Jim and says, Jim, did Adam IT ever figure out why computer was not booting into Windows?
The answer to that is I don't know. I stopped watching the stream after a while. I didn't watch it all the way to the end. But I did find it interesting. There was, I think, 3 drives total in that machine. And when I last checked, you couldn't get any of them to cooperate. So I find that a little unusual. Of course, then again, it's also a 2nd-gen Intel board. So, you know, my first inclination is, why are you even wasting time with this? It's time for a new machine.
Robert says, me too. I stopped when Doug went live.
Well, yeah, that's kind of the same thing I did. So, yeah. But, you know, I'm sorry. You're bringing to the shop a 2nd-gen Intel, which means that the system's 10 years old. It's running DDR3. I think it was 1600 was the RAM speed I saw. And the thing, honestly, and how can I put this? Just the look of the system, it was a Charlie Foxtrot.
Right. And for those of you that don't know what that means, we'll explain it after the stream ends.
Yeah.
One word being cluster.
Yes.
And the other one has a distinct sound of a duck. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll probably catch a violation about that. So, Greg, it looks like it's about halfway through. So far, hands off is working really good. Usually I close that chat window down, and that's what stops it. So I'm going to let it run. See what happens.
I'm gonna say,
It's the
I'm
fire
gonna say
extinguisher.
my name on YouTube, the Charlie Foxtrot. No, I know what it means.
Well, you don't know what Cy Goglin means, though, right?
it means cricket.
Yes. Yep, you are correct. It's mountain talk for crooked. Oh, that was a really good 53
Never
minute.
heard that one before.
Seems like I have heard that.
Yeah, I was on that video Robert sent me called Mountain Talk. Pretty good
You
video.
remember the Mel Gibson movie about early stuff in Vietnam called We Were Soldiers? Or
Oh
something?
gosh, yes. That's based on a true story.
Yeah, yeah. Well, anyway, in that movie, it was cluster flop, is what they used. For the family-friendly version, at least.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I seen that in the theaters, and I'm trying to remember.
Well, that's what it is when you watch it on TV.
Well, yeah, now I mean,
Angry Grandpa used to use see up a lot.
yeah, that was a good movie. I thought.
I've seen it about 5 times.
Real
Barry
good movie.
Pepper played Joe Galloway.
Okay, it just disconnect. Said network disconnected, and I haven't touched anything. So if you'll send it again, I'll be able to get it. I don't know why it does that. Photo Mix Media in the house. He said he'll join in a few minutes, or in a moment.
Doesn't it take an extra deposit to send something twice through?
Yeah. He's gonna have to pay double for that.
Doggone it. Well, can I get with you on Wednesday?
No, I'll be napping.
I'll have to prepay?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Put your credit card in and it'll start downloading.
Do you have a specific card you'd like me to use?
Simply hold it up to the
Hold it up to the, yeah, there you
See
go.
the number.
Then flip it around on the back.
Yeah.
I guess I need to make a backup tonight. All of that virus.
Okay, you ready? See if you can get that number.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
That's pretty close.
H-I-J-K-L-M-N-O-P.
Okay, and here's the 3 code in the back. Oh, you didn't get to see it. No, I got that because it's for a local gas station. It gives you a 20-cent discount on gas. So currently $3.89. I kick this in, I get it for $3.69, which is still high, but a little bit better.
Well, gas price at Smith's today was up to $5.24.9.
No way. 5 1/4?
Yep.
Whoa.
Yep. Time to get out the bicycle.
I'm telling you, I'm buying a horse and a carriage. I'm
Yeah, but the feed's gonna cost you $30 a bag.
keep the grass mowed down. I'll put him in the front yard one day, tie a little rope around him, put him in the backyard. That'd probably go over real well with the HOA, huh?
Like having goats.
Yeah. I wonder why that does that. Every time you do that, it always goes through on the second time. I don't understand that.
I guess
It's a little priming.
Jim's walking into the ocean, so I guess he's going to drown.
Yep.
It's a 1080p movie and it's 2.1 gigabytes.
Yeah, it said that. And it says that.
So,
Hey,
Chris,
got
you
about-
still using Cronus 2018?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't
Still
tell
works
Carrie.
fine, doesn't it?
It's just a USB flash. Don't tell Carrie I'm still using my old version.
Yeah, but
Well, I bought the 2020 and they gave me the 2021 free since it was so near the release of the 2021. And I have made the Linux flash drive simply from a file I downloaded. I've never actually installed it like Karen says to do.
I mean,
So I can't
always
do the
say- I always say to just download it, not install it. The newer versions, I do not like that calendar.
Yeah. There are a few instances in which the Linux thing won't work. Cronus even notes that on their website. So then you have to install it and make the flash drive as the Windows PE version or something from their machine.
The calendar really annoys me. I know some people might like it, but it really, really annoys me. So I just decided to use.
from what I understand, once your Cronus license expires, you can't do a restore.
Wow.
Well, I
Mine
didn't buy the subscription version. I bought the one that's a permanent license.
I bought permanent too.
So,
I don't know how long I'm gonna sit around when I get home.
We'll be here for a while.
I'm probably not gonna be on all night like I usually am.
Well, I shouted out to Robert. I forgot to thank Greg. He was up for quite a long while with me as well. Robert and I actually stopped the Zoom at 5:45 this morning when I went to pick up Mrs. K.
Sound asleep.
Yeah. Well, on the days she works overnight, if I go to sleep, I might not wake up. So it's just best for me to stay awake.
yeah. Did he get you the right size T-shirt?
Oh, it fits like a glove. It's perfect. I mean,
The other night.
What do you do? XL or XXL or what?
I don't know if I know you well enough to disclose that personal information, Jeff. It's 3X.
Okay. Because I think an XL in some sizes that are made overseas.
Well,
A couple of
yeah.
nights ago, who was that man? He was singing or something.
Huh?
On Zoom.
When?
It was when Josh and Alex was on, and I was asleep, but I woke up and heard.
That was me. I'm sure that was me.
No, it was like a band or something.
Oh, well, then it wasn't me. Yeah, that's what it looks like, Jeff.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Alex?
Like that.
I do too.
It was just a couple of nights ago. You were on there, and I looked at the screen. It don't matter.
Ken, do you actually know Jeff in real life, or what's the deal with that?
We've never met yet. I wish I'd have started this when I was in Vegas because I probably would have met him at least once or twice.
Well, don't know if it depends on gas prices. I'm talking about making a little cross-country trip next year. I've got a cousin in Minneapolis, and I thought I could see her and maybe Rick, and then run down to Ken.
So the only one you really know in real life is Alex.
And Robert.
Well, if you run, you ain't gotta worry about gas.
We're special.
Oh my gosh.
I guess so.
Right, your bike, you don't have to worry about gas either.
That's true.
But one of these days, you'll be special too, Josh, because hopefully me and Ken will come to see you.
Yeah, I know.
Just give him some warning so he can padlock the door.
Yeah.
And comb his hair.
Give me a heads up so I can put women away.
Well, at least if you're not there, Aunt Mary will be there and say, Josh, you better get your butt out here and feed him.
Yeah, if I can get part of the way, I've got a cousin in Minneapolis, pretty close to where Rick is. And I've got a friend in Kenosha, Wisconsin I'd like to see, and then it wouldn't be that much farther down to Indianapolis.
No, it's a pretty nice little drive, actually.
So,
And if you can plan
but
it
compared
sometime.
to getting to Minneapolis from Las Vegas, that's just a short jaunt.
Yeah, it's a couple-day drive.
You know, so, not sure if I'm going to do it or not. I would like to next year sometime. And then if I get to Indianapolis, then comparatively, I'm not that far from my granddaughters in New York, so.
Straight out 70 to, or 80, either one.
Yeah. And then up the interstate towards Albany, and you get off the interstate there about halfway up, and then it's about an hour up into the Catskills to where they live. I've made that drive a couple of times, so.
So I just used Rick's location as a base, and it's a 25-hour drive, 1,603 miles. Looks like
you?
Oh, from Las Vegas to Brainerd, Minnesota.
Okay.
Looks like you go up to Salt Lake City, and then you're going to enjoy the wonderful state of Wyoming and South Dakota. Or you could go the other route and go, what is that? Is that 70 down there?
Yeah, 70. I'd probably do 70 since that takes me back.
To Nebraska,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah.
I'm not sure yet. I had it kind of laid out. I was doing it on Google Maps online, and I ran out of segments for my trip. They have a limit on how many segments you can have. I don't remember what it was.
So the Catskill Mountains is in mid, I guess, central New York.
Yep. Yeah, my granddaughters live about an hour's drive from Albany.
Yeah, I see. So that's part. That's
It's a
probably
place
still,
called Hansonville, New York.
that's probably still part of the Appalachian Mountains, isn't it?
Well, I don't know. I'd have to look at the map and see what. But
Hey, ask him what Saigon means.
So believe it or not, Brainerd to Indianapolis is a little over a 10-hour drive. Almost
well, I got
11.
one stop in between. I want to stop in Kenosha, Wisconsin, see my friend that's there. So that would split that into 2 days at least.
Sure.
Probably stay there and see her a day or so. Yeah, our families were very close years ago, and can't remember when I didn't know her. And she's in the beginnings of Alzheimer's. I'd like to see her one more time while we're both still on the green side of the grass.
Well, gas prices permitting and everything else, I think Catherine said she's going to be in the United States next July or next August.
Mm-hmm.
So if we could maybe figure out how to get 4 or 5 or 6 of us together
Yep.
somehow, that'd be cool.
Yep.
I can't go nowhere because the government's Saigon gas.
Of course, if gas prices keep going the way they look like they're going to go, oh my goodness.
Well, even flying, I mean, the price of flying is up.
Oh, God.
It was up.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
I'm, the end of this month, I'm flying to Tulsa. We're having a mini family reunion surrounding my wife's memorial service. And refundable round trip ticket from Las Vegas to Tulsa is about $937
Each.
each.
Yeah, that's
I could have gotten it less expensive, but I needed, because of uncertainties in the planning, I bought refundable
Sure. Sure.
seats, and now all of the ones that are not refundable are sold out. So it is what it is.
my niece is planning on flying to Georgia, maybe in July, and it's gonna be about $900 something.
Yep.
And I'm not sure she got refundable or not. I don't know. Well, she would
Well,
have.
I'm flying on Southwest, and they have basically 3 classes. They got the refundable ones, and they got another one that's sort of in between, and then they've got, like, it's not the right word, but they're super saver fare. And that one, if you miss it, you're basically SOL.
And the fly from Vegas to New York is under $600.
It's probably Southwest because she's gonna fly from Fresno to Phoenix and then layover again from Phoenix to Atlanta.
She flying Southwest?
Probably is Southwest.
What airline were you looking at, Greg, for the $600 fare?
The lowest one is $432, JetBlue.
Yeah, some of those, I don't know if I set foot on them. I've had friends that had very bad experiences with some of the low-rate airlines.
Delta,
Yeah, but with the next five, because.
Well, Delta's okay. Although when I lived near Knoxville, we used to say if you had to route everything through Atlanta, mostly with Delta. If you lived any place near the south, we had a saying in Knoxville, if you died and went to hell, you had to go through Atlanta first.
32.
Americans got Vegas to New York, $593.
Yeah, I've done Las Vegas to Albany on Southwest once to take one of my granddaughters home. Her dad didn't want her flying by herself, and so I flew with her. We had a one stop in O'Hare, I think. Or no, what's the other one?
Midway.
Midway in Chicago, the other one? Yeah, I think we flew to Midway and changed planes and on to Albany.
Feel better?
So, Josh, you were trying to ask a question, I think?
I was trying to say something.
Oh, okay.
It was a nice surprise for us to come over. I didn't even know you were coming over to come tonight.
That is a nice surprise.
Yep.
So, Robert just posted a link in the YouTube chat. It's got all these planes on it again.
I got it pulled up on my second monitor.
If this is live, there's a massive amount of planes in the air right now.
Oh, yeah.
There's one just about right over me.
Probably Tom Cruise.
Now I grounded him.
Oh, did you?
Pissed me off.
I've seen so many commercials today for, I think it was Applebee's, and they're putting all that. Oh, that is already, it's too old.
That's weird. Some of these planes are following main highways.
That's not weird. Think back
Looks like
in,
these two are gonna collide.
think back in the day, back in the days when aviation first started, they probably did fly a lot of ways looking at the highway
Oh, God.
until they got radar and the ability to, you know, type in a destination and then let the plane take over and fly you there.
You fly by visual flight rules in small planes like Cessnas or whatever. A lot of times they still follow highways, and railroad tracks, and all kinds of things in between places.
Yeah.
It's an easy way to navigate if you are instrument rated.
Yeah, I don't know if it's true or not, but I've heard, I've not always heard, but I have heard planes basically fly themselves nowadays, and the pilots are there just to, in case something were to go wrong.
Take off and land.
Basically, yes. Although
Some of the planes can land themselves.
I've
if they
heard,
have to.
I've heard that too. Probably another reason why I don't fly as much as I used to, because I'm not sure I want to be on a plane that's being controlled by a computer. You get some snot-nosed kids down there going, "Oh, watch this," and you bouncing back and
Well,
forth.
in a sense, most of the modern ones have computers involved because most of them are what they call fly-by-wire, which used to be only military planes, and which means there's not necessarily hydraulic lines or mechanical cables between the flight controls in the cockpit and the ailerons or rudders or whatever. And so there's a computer in between.
But this is very interesting. These two planes are very close to each other. They're probably above and below, but they're very
Well, most planes are stacked 1,000 feet apart on the vertical, I think, at least 1,000 feet.
Pretty close.
Wow. It's got to be further than it looks away from it.
Maybe they're racing.
They're not going to cross. No, they're not. I don't think they're going to cross.
But it's interesting when you see it, if you're waiting there at the airport and you're watching them line up at the land. There's a spot here near McCarran Airport where one can go and sit and watch the planes land. It's blocked off right now, but I used to take my grandson there.
Is that off Sunset? No, not Sunset.
Yes,
Oh, it is? Okay. I used to go out there all the time. I love doing that.
and that they've got the gates padlocked now.
Really? Well,
I'm not sure why, because we were doing it as recently as a year and a half or 2 years ago. But at any rate, when you're standing there watching them, sometimes if you can see the landing lights for maybe 3 to 4 planes stretching way back.
oh yeah. Oh yeah. On a
in
good
the
clear.
sky. They're actually fairly far apart, but it actually looks closer than they
Yeah.
are.
And then they had the signs posted where if, I think it was an AM frequency, that if you tuned to that, you could actually listen to the tower talking to the individual planes.
That I haven't done, but
Yeah, I've done that because I don't want this to sound arrogant, but after you take a picture of a FedEx and a Southwest and maybe a United, them little bitty planes, when you hear about a jumbo coming in, you get excited because those are huge planes.
I probably can't hear a tower, but I could probably hear these planes if I turned it on the airband.
There was a
what surprised
website.
me, I mean, most of the planes are like 737 size. A lot of the airlines are flying 737 size planes.
There was a website where you could get the actual planned activities of the day of what was coming in and what was going out. Is you know where Fry's used to be, right?
Where?
Fry's.
Yes. Oh yeah.
They've actually, well, I don't know about now, but there was actually at one time a flight pattern right over Fry's parking lot. I'd go to Fry's.
I can believe that coming in from
The West.
the Southwest.
Yep.
Yeah.
It timed out again, Greg, so I don't know what's going on. It says network disconnected. That's odd. We'll get it.
Yeah,
we'll get it one of these days. Figure it out.
Yeah, what surprises me about some of those that are coming in from the east is that they're fairly far down the runway by the time the wheels touch.
Yes. Yes.
I guess if you have a larger plane that takes longer, then they may try to sit down closer to the end of the runway.
Yeah. I'll tell you another interesting airport to fly into if you like to fly, and if you ever get the opportunity, is San Diego.
Don't think if I flew into San Diego, it would have been just one time. I had an interview in La Jolla in 1977, and I don't know where I flew into. I'm guessing it might have been San Diego, but I'm not sure.
Did you pass a bunch of buildings as you were landing?
I just don't remember, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I always like to fly into San Diego because of the flight pattern. There's one way in and one way out. And you fly, when you come into the city, you fly over the zoo, and then you fly in between buildings. And it just, my first time it was like, oh crap, we're really close. But after that, I really enjoyed it. That was back when I enjoyed flying. And then when you take off, you take out.
Is that San Diego International Airport?
I believe it is international, yes. They've only got one runway.
Yeah, well, I'm looking at it on Google Maps. It looks like just one runway.
And when they take off over Pendleton, and then no matter how they're going, they always swing out over the ocean and come back around behind San Diego, and then they split off to where they're going. Even if they're going to north to LA, they always go out over the ocean. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. So, Josh, I take it you're still in the vehicle? He's muted.
My gosh, how far is that? How far is where he
I don't know.
was, where his house is?
Well, I was going to catch him a while ago, but he turned his camera off and he muted his mic, so I don't know. Robert posted another link for what appears to be listen to live ATC.
I think he just left.
Probably.
Yeah, he just dropped down.
Probably back at the group home.
I knew that was on.
Well, Ken,
do
you
that.
may know this. Is La Jolla it's just a suburb of San Diego, right?
Yes, it's just you go right up I-5.
But I'm sure I must have flown into San Diego Airport then, because it's like 13 miles. It says from the airport up to La Jolla.
Yep, that's about right. So Josh he just texted, said his hearing aids the batteries are gone. He'll rejoin when he gets back. Yeah, La Jolla was nice.
I was interviewing with that they call Science Applications International Corporation, and their offices were about 2 or 3 blocks from the beach. And they later sold it because the land became so valuable they couldn't resist selling it.
Are you catching him, Alex? Whoever that was? I got it. Okay, you get it.
Yeah, it's wicked, Gary.
Since I haven't really watched the stream at all, Ken, what are you doing that you keep getting a network message?
Greg is trying to send me a movie through Zoom chat.
Oh,
Usually it times out once, and the second time it always has gone through until tonight. And tonight it timed out again and said network disconnected. It's kind of odd. Hey, Rick. Hey, Gary.
My brother is watching you exchange movies, though, Leland.
Probably.
You're good? Then I give you the wrong runway. We're going to 9 Center tonight. Sorry about that. 9 Center direct tram. All right, 9 Center. All right, that's 2776. Thank you. Yes, and American 2776. Now it's going to maintain 7,000. We're going to maintain 7,000. All right, that's 2776.
So what airport's that out of, Greg?
Chicago.
Oh, wow.
O'Hare or Midway?
Yes. Do you know which one, O'Hare or Midway?
Doesn't say.
Doesn't say.
Just says Chicago approach.
There may be just a Chicago center for the general control, but each airport would have its own approach, I would think.
6987, 8110 on our test. Keep your discretion. 110, just have to
I think he just ordered a Big Mac, wasn't it? Is that what he just did? That's what it sounded like.
A little bit too fast for these old ears.
A little bit, yes. Robert can probably keep up with it. So I guess our new guy, Sean, that subscribed this afternoon from Doug's not going to join us. We're an hour and a half in. I'll give him a little bit more time.
97, cross me to 4,000, turning 9 Center.
I think he's out there in Arizona somewhere. Didn't he say he lived right around the corner from Cary?
no, I don't think it was around the corner. I think it was about.
And he lives an hour and a half from here.
Oh, okay. That's right around the corner. We'll give him a minute or two to show up. So, Alex, you sent him an email, you said, or a text message, or what was it
I
you
did
did?
not send him a private message in Doug's Zoom chat.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And said, here's my YouTube channel, here's my, if you check the description of any of my videos, you can go to my website and there's all the information, or I'll put my email address in the description of.
So this might be a good opportunity for you to discuss what you were going to discuss now that we got the majority of everyone here. So I will temporarily hand it over to you. Go ahead.
Well, me and Josh have kind of got ourselves in a little dilemma.
Wait. Did you include my name in this?
No, I said me and Josh.
Oh, I thought you said you, me, and Josh. Okay, continue. I'll shut up.
If you remember last night, we talked about that AMD mini PC computer for trying.
Yeah.
Well, I found that there's a refurbished Dell Optiplex, like old business Dell Optiplex, like 720, 7010 machines that have like that are 4th generation Core i7 that have like 16 gigs of RAM and a 1 terabyte SSD, and it's like $250, somewhere around there. He got the full refund for the Xbox earlier today. I still hasn't sent me the Amazon gift codes. I don't have official Amazon proof yet, but he has the money if he wanted to buy that.
What CPU?
It's a i7-4770.
That's what I've got in my old HP desktop. It's perfectly good for most tasks, but you're not going to do much gaming on it, even simple games. I would think at this point.
What do you mean by simple games? I mean,
Well, sort of the stuff like he's doing, it might do it, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's fairly slow. I haven't tried to do much on mine that required much graphics capability. And that, there's a bug in the Intel graphics for that just was discovered within the last 6 months. And to make things work right, for certain types of graphics, you have to back off 1 or 2 versions of the driver.
So here's where my question comes in for all of y'all. That mini PC, we look at like $411. If you get the Dell right now, or wait and get like $110, $120 more dollars, and then you have enough to buy that mini PC. But there's which one do you think?
Are you concerned? No, it was the Intel that had the special on it, right? Not the last one you were looking at.
It was the 4770.
No, the last one was,
The Intel NUC was on special for a while.
this was AMD, I think.
Right, and then you looked at the AMD Ryzen after you looked at the Intel NUC.
I don't think you looked at the Nook. Did you, Alex?
I did. I looked at the NUC. The NUC was like 442.
But that was on special, right?
Special. The Ryzen 5 AMD is like 364, and the Dell Optiplex with the RAM and all that included, and Windows 10 Pro is like $250.
Well, this one,
I would go with the mini AMD Ryzen 7.
That would do. That's my vote, is the AMD.
I would not waste my money on an i7 4th generation machine. I would not do it. I don't care that it's $250.
Yeah,
Yeah, that right there is part of the thing. It's 250, it's too old.
yeah.
I mean, I'm perfectly content with my old machine, but I recognize it for what it is. I mean, I'm coming to you on my new build. Your machine still works fine for a lot of simple tasks like email and such, but
Alex and everybody else, I was dreaming about this last night, I'm joking. I was thinking about it. If he gets close enough, I know he'll spend it, but let him buy it himself and you can remote in it, do anything that needs to be done to it. And if you get everything, you still want to go there, that's another discussion, but you won't be responsible for getting in the right computer, he will.
were you planning, if he gave you the money, were you gonna have it shipped to you or shipped
That
to
was
him?
my original plan, Jeff, was have it shipped to me. He said, why don't you have it just shipped to me or whatever?
Well, do you need to do anything physical to it? On the Nook, you were gonna have to actually open it up and do some stuff, but that's not true on this AMD, is it?
It's not, but if he was to get the Intel Nook, I would actually have to put the memory and
Right, but if you stick with the AMD Ryzen, that could be shipped directly to him.
I don't know. That has the memory and the SSD already installed, but it didn't say anything about whether it already has Windows installed.
Yeah,
Yes, it did.
Yeah, we looked on it. It had Windows 10 Home on it, already installed.
Much better processor.
As far as shipping it to him, I mean, I don't know what I assume you'd have to go through the normal initial setup. Is that something you can do remotely? Or you can't really remote in unless it's already set up, right?
That's the only thing about remoting in. I can't do like the initial setup or see the BIOS or anything like that. Unless he shows it to me over camera, which is not the best because he don't know how to hold his camera stick.
Yeah.
some of them refurbished will boot right into Windows, but some of them will do the OOPE. That's what you're talking about, isn't it?
Well, right now we're talking about that mini AMD Ryzen that just comes
Yeah.
new,
Yeah,
and it would have to go through setup, I assume.
But Josh can do setup.
He's done it before.
Yep.
Matter of fact, he updated the Windows 11 on those machines.
All right.
it may not be much. It probably won't be like an HP or Dell, but there probably is some kind of initial setup.
I don't want to disagree, but it'd probably be the same as any computer. With Windows 10.
I personally would. We talked about this for quite a. Me and Josh talked about this for quite a while earlier. I would personally rather ship it to myself, and then either A, pay for the shipping to him, or B, just hang on to it for an unknown amount of time until I can go see him. But the problem with that is I don't know.
Yeah, that could be a while, depending on a lot of circumstances.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to get in your business there, Alex, but your parents have to do the one driving. You know, and you can't fly, and you said you don't fly. That could be 3 months, 4 months. I mean,
Or longer.
yeah, your dad gets busy. He's not going to stop till you go to Josh's house.
I could try to fly. I might not succeed that well.
How big are your arms, Chris?
Mm-hmm. I just had to say that.
I had some people that are supposed to fly to me Thursday this week, and they told me to fly to them. And in fact, they were down towards Chris's area.
So my next question is,
In Georgia,
I didn't say that, but maybe.
he already went to the store to buy three physical $100 Amazon gift cards. So he's got $300 worth of Amazon gift cards right now in his hands, supposedly. How long are those good for?
Forever, as far as I know.
I've used them a year. Well, you got one from me, and I used that was a year-old card. Over that, it was for my birthday from last year.
Yeah, I've always thought they're good forever too.
Yeah, somebody told me that I could come down here instead of having the three of them come up here.
So is Josh back with us? I see his name's there, but has he joined actually?
Yeah, he joined. I clicked the button to admit him.
Okay.
I don't know if he wants to
He shows
actually say anything.
he shows being muted. And since it involves him, he ought to.
Yeah, Tim, I'm here. Give me a few minutes.
Okay. So we'll give our OBS guy, Sean, a couple more minutes, and then I'll probably go ahead and end it at 2 hours if he hasn't showed up. Yep, I would agree. Kind of ironic how great minds think alike. Well, then there's me.
Actually, even though this isn't Doug's, I'm going to correct something I said at Doug's about our Paulina virus. It has been fixed. It has not been released as a fix.
Where the hell would I go?
You have to use the registry edit to get rid of it. And they kind of told you the example. Will they tell you when they send you the information? But it's to get rid of MSDT in the registry.
Looks like BH Ringer's having joining issues again. He has the doggonest time getting in on Zoom. Sounds like Chris has got his walkie-talkie action going.
the scanner.
Is the scanner new?
No, it's an analog scanner. I still get stuff on analog. One county sheriff is analog, but the dispatch here in my county is the fire dispatch is analog, but they talk to them digital.
Yeah.
I
There's
guess
two DH ringers in the waiting room.
Yeah, I see it.
I'll be ringing him Natasha's.
No, it's BH Ringer. He's been having some Zoom problems lately.
I'll
Alex,
fix it, Josh. I'm sorry.
go ahead and let him in and see if maybe you can get him into
I
the.
updated my son's computer a little while ago. It was three Zoom issues releases behind.
I think he finally got in.
No, I think Robert got in. It looks like. Yeah, Robert joined us.
Yep.
Yep.
Hello.
Hey, Rick. Forgot to say hi a while ago. So go ahead and see what we got here. About 9 minutes now. I don't think he's going to show up. So if Jeff is still with us, Jeff is. Where's Jeff? Oh, he's gone. I'll wait for Jeff to get back so he can see the dancing girls. Whoa, slow down, Tony. We're not ending it yet. Boy, Tony's in a hurry to get out of here. Can't blame him. Can't blame him. So, BH, if you're watching the stream, and I hope that you are, you might want to restart your computer and see if that helps, or shut down Zoom and restart Zoom. I don't know. I'm just kind of thinking off the top of my head here. And we have awkward silence for the third time tonight.
It was a nice day here, 75 degrees,
What was your wind like?
about 10 to 15.
It's not bad.
Wind Cards was 80 today at noontime or whatever.
Josh needs to show us his. Josh needs to make sure to show us his bed today.
So it looks like he's trying to make his bed. Somebody's making the bed. Oh, we know it's not Josh, don't we?
What the hell are we looking at? It's his aunt, right?
No, I think he's back at the group home. I think. I don't know. Hey, Josh, are you back at the group home? All right.
Yeah.
Yep, Kenny Wooden.
I'm not sleeping with my 73-year-old aunt.
What language was that in, and what did you say?
He's not sleeping with his 73-year-old aunt.
I'm not sleeping with my 73-year-old aunt.
Well, I would hope not, but again, it's your business. Do what you want.
Of course, you're talking to 70-year-old people.
So Jeff's back, so I will go ahead and get this set up. And if we watch the screen, Kenny Whitten, thank you for joining us. Tony Wallow, as always. Chris Garrett, John Alloy, RM. Parker Morris, Greg Guy, everyone else that joined, thank you very much. And we'll see you tomorrow night. It'll be early again, as she's off tomorrow. So I'm not sure which version this is. Oh, it's this version. Okay. I've got to research how to slow that scroll down because it's just a little too fast for me.
So did you do something today for your birthday, or was that?
My birthday is actually Tuesday, and we went to Mom's for dinner tonight.
Okay. Yeah, I know it was earlier in the week, and she couldn't get off when you wanted.
Well, she put in for the 7th off and worked the 10th. Now, somehow that translated to work the 7th and be off on the 10th.